Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos Bermudez, and we are almost 6 o'clock after 3 seconds to 6 on time, like every Tuesday, here with Gilberto Lopez and Carlos Bermudez, Charlie Bermudez with you in this beautiful, nice program, Avatar Bank. Remember, metaverse, meta economics, channel, capital, finances, crypto, everything for you about imagine, yes, imagination that is already alive, that is already uh, is not anymore imagination. Metaverse is real. Crypto go down every day and is going up, and uh, Demi, I am very excited today because I hear about a lot of news, good news in some area, bad news in another area, but everything is changing. For example, our friend Mark Zuckerberg, now I know how to pronounce his name. I will tell you later why. And let me tell you that Mark is having a lot of problems, but he's very intelligent. Let me say hi first to my friend and colleague and really brother, Gilberto Lopez. How are you, Gil? How you been?
Hello, Charlie. I'm very good, thank you. I'm bad,
That's
evil
good.
heel today. I'm evil
Yes,
heel
we
today.
can. We can. Yes, I am still in Bermuda Beach,
How
right?
you do it?
Let me see. Ah, very good. It's beautiful to be in Bermuda Island, here with my friends. Yes, we are alive. Let me check my audio with my producer, senior producer. Yes, are we alive? Yes, we are right now. And I was saying that I am very excited. Are you, my friend?
Yes, I am.
Are you excited?
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
you
very
are.
excited.
That's good.
Why are you excited? Then I'll tell you. Because you always
Because
have questions for me, and now I have a
yes,
question
today,
for me
yes.
that nobody asked me, but I'm gonna answer.
Yes, we don't have any questions for you,
No, you always
but
have questions for
please.
me, but today I'm gonna have a question for an answer of a question that nobody asked me.
Yes, that's a good question for you that nobody asked you, and I will ask you that nobody asked you. This is a very nice way to say hello, guys. Well, first of all, why I am very excited. It's the first time, my friend, I learned that maybe doing something terrible, we think that will be a terrible mistake. When someone is very intelligent, um, he, he looks like terrible things. Mark Zuckerberg uh, decide to say goodbye to a lot of people that work for him in WhatsApp and Instagram and Facebook, and in the same time say he said, well, the people that is staying here, no congratulations. I'm very sorry that a lot of people is going, and we need to um, disemploy them for long, maybe forever, because blah blah blah. El because blah 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 is because the pandemic, because the economic, because he is making a lot of change, and he decided to fire a lot of people forever. Sounds terrible because we were employers, because we know what is to be without a job. But let me tell you why I'm excited, because I didn't know. I was listening the news, I was watching his face, I was listening to him because I'm practicing my English. I hope so is better today than a few months ago. And let me tell you that when he finished to do that news, the money in the New York City stocks came up at 5%. The people that invest in New York and in the world, for that decision, his profit, his the money that he have in the stocks came up at 5%, and it's going up, and people is happy. the people that is making money, and it's a good news for me. Not because I have money there. I don't have money there. I didn't decide to invest my money there. I am very sad for that, but maybe one day I will have the money to invest in Avatar Bank, our our economic capital, finances, and everything here. I would do it for my people, that they can see that we are making the same decisions. We will say goodbye to another. We already say goodbye to our employers, and for sure that's my happiness. Wait, what do you think about this news of Mark Zuckerberg?
Well, it's always a good time. It's always a good, uh, probably a good decision when you have to let people go. The thing here is that most of the time when you do that is you have to realize that there are some things that are not adding value and some things that are not fixing the real problems. And sometimes you just assume because you have less people, the problems are going to solve. So um, it's okay, but it's still risky. I might believe that as soon as he start developing or doing a better job in the programming, I I think he's gonna have a better company. But right now, there's no way to see a new better company than the one he already have. So I'm not that excited for
Right.
that. I'm excited for some other things, but not that.
No, not for that. I know. It's not good news, but for sure, maybe in the future, very close by, you will see all the changes that the big guys is doing, like Bill Gates and Mark and Elton, and everyone is going to change from today to next year. That is very close, 2023, and we will be, or we are already there with them. I hope so. Okay, the people would look to us very soon. Okay, they will say these two Mexicans are like the Oscar guys from Mexico, in the same level. But
Okay.
never mind.
Well,
Well, I have a question that is not a question for you,
why? Okay, give it up.
because nobody write us, but I feel that a lot of people in the media is tell us that if you today can tell what is going on in all these topics about uh, the past that we talked a few days ago, and for sure you have your own question. Maybe it's not a question. Is, can you tell us in this program what is going on in all these
The
topics,
metaverse,
please?
the crypto,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the crypto market.
FTX, exchange, crypto. Yeah, of course, the FTX right now is having a problem with the owner. He have problems with the police, or maybe with the justice. But
He's running away. Oh, bye.
yeah, he's running away. Yeah, of course.
He's running away.
Catch
Okay.
me if you can.
Yeah. He's in Bermuda,
Something like that.
probably near to you.
Oh my God, I will say hi to him.
Well, the thing here is that, you know,
Oh,
whenever you
yes.
talk about money, it's very easy to, let's say, cheat people. You know, I can say that
Mm,
I'm doing X, Y, and Z, but when you ask for the project, I can't show that X, Y, and Z. So I'm just cheating people. I'm just inventing that I'm doing something. What happened with FTX?
okay.
This is this is not the first time that occur. This is probably the biggest one. So most of the crypto exchanges uh, probably they will have some problems. You know, we already open, or well, we are trying to establish our own company, which is AvatarBank, right? So when I was just investigating how do they their operations, how do they develop, and all that stuff, what it seems is like everything is on paper. They don't really do the transactions. So it's like, you give me your money because that's real. I have the money in the bank, but I never change or exchange that for the cryptocurrency. So what happens is that, uh, as I don't charge for the transactions, what it seems like is like we have like 10 transactions a day, so I can probably save their money, and in that savings I don't translate that to you, so you don't have a cost. But the reality is that we lose the track of the money. So what I know is that I owe you X amount, but in reality is what happened to the money, because I'm not buying in the real time. And that's the problem that most of the crypto exchanges will have. They don't exchange the money as soon as they get it. So that's going to be a problem. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. I think many of the exchanges are going to fall down. Binance, the last year had a problem exactly, and the Commission of the United States didn't go further because China was protecting these kind of companies, because Binance is a Chinese company. But now that China opened up a little bit, probably United States is gonna just dig into that problem, and probably they will find something. But it's very weird. How do they just close the business? It's like, Charlie, I sell you my FTX and you are Binance, and you say, yeah, why? How much is it? And then I tell you it's like $10,000, and you said, I give you a
Whoa.
dollar. Okay, I accept. So that's weird, right?
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Very weird.
So you realize and then say, why don't you just give me better numbers? Because I need to know, I need to understand what's going on. And then I give you
Right.
the numbers, and then you see that instead of the 10,000 I'm asking, I already owe the people who is with working with me probably 100,000. So even if I sell it for a dollar, you're just getting getting into the bad place. You're gonna be
Right.
really, really in a bad situation. So that's what Binance realized, because they weren't in a good situation, but with this transaction, they will lose everything. So
Yes.
the last time we had this program, we said that if you have money in FTX, sell it right away, and try to get your money back.
Yeah.
And
I know.
the thing here is that they only have 10% of what they owe to their customers. Only they have 10%. So that's a lot of money lost. A lot of money lost. What do they do
Oh,
with that money? Well, they use it to,
what?
to gamble in some other cryptocurrencies, to gamble in some other places, to gamble, and
And they lose the money. Yeah.
they lose the money. So right now
Yes.
they are in a very bad situation, really bad situation, and and that's why I have always told you, and to the avatars that are always with us, just make sure you always get your cryptocurrencies. And it's better to pay for the transaction fee than not paying for the transaction fee. What it happened is, you don't want to spend money on transactions fee, and what happened is you lost your money because somebody thought that was good idea, and so he got greedy, and right now he doesn't have the money to pay you. So instead of losing your money, just consider the transaction fee for buying and for selling. So that's my advice, Charlie. And you wouldn't go into any problems.
Wow. Yes, yes, I can understand that losing the money that way and spending the money without, well, always is a risk. I was going to say without risk, but if it happens all the time in all the and all ways, but I can understand that the people is afraid, the people is angry, the people is thinking twice, and everything is coming today we need to be very careful, like you said, and also because uh, nothing is right. Nothing is. Uh, I'm sorry. Maybe the way to say is the way you say. So the money is a risk. And maybe the future is um, to put locks, very intelligent locks between the government, between the people who have the money, between the users to protect with locks, uh, and to sign something that would help the people that already is in the misery. Why? Because they have the only piece of money, not a lot, and they invest all his money, all her money, and they are very, very bad, maybe angry, no, with anger.
Well,
Very weird.
it's I can understand that. Also, I mean, if you lose your money, if it's even $10,000 or $5,000 or even 100 cents, $100, the
Yes,
thing is that it was your money and somebody gambled for you. You know.
yes.
So what you have to do is to make sure that if you buy something, you get that. Just don't get the promise of getting that. Is you get that money. So, in example, in AvatarBank, as we think we're gonna make the operations, is if you come and buy something, we have the transaction in the same day, not the next day or the following week or whatever, because that's how you lose track of things. And it's very simple, Charlie. What happens
Yes.
if I send you? Let's think that there's a cryptocurrency called Apple. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna sell you one Apple at $10.
Okay. Okay. I have
So
an apple with $10. I buy it.
yeah, you buy
I
it,
order for you.
you give me the money,
Yeah.
and then I
Yes.
give you the promise that I have one Apple for you, right?
Yes.
But what happens if today at night that Apple goes up to $20?
Wow. I have the double. My money is double now.
Yeah,
Right.
but I haven't bought that Apple.
Oh, you're right.
So
Uh, I know. I know. My
so
you who is going to buy in twice? No,
who's gonna
double.
pay the 10 pesos you're missing or the $10 you're missing?
Right. Who is going to pay it?
Yeah,
A loser.
who's gonna
No,
be that?
someone that
Who's gonna be that?
well, someone that is someone that believe in you, and he knows maybe that is going to be next time 40 pesos. $40
Yeah,
or 40 something.
and the problem is that today we just think that
Yes.
it costs $10. So in your mind, you have an Apple for $10. But in reality,
Right.
I couldn't buy the Apple because when I tried to buy it, it was like $11 or $12,
Mhm.
and I didn't charge for
Mhm.
the transaction fee. So it probably goes up to $15. And then it goes to 20, and I only have $10 from you. What I'm gonna do? How I'm gonna replace that? So that's
Well, you
not
put the
possible.
money in another way. No, it's not
Yeah,
possible.
well, that's why I say it doesn't work that way. The way it
Right.
has to work is I have $10 here. What can we do with $10? And then I come back to you and hey, Charlie, your $10 are half of an apple because the price went up. So here is your half of an apple. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, you lose your half.
Here's your half.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because
That's the
it
way to
takes
do it.
time, it takes like 30 minutes or probably 1 hour because sometimes it's slow the network. So you receive the $10, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna give you one apple when you make the transaction. We have to wait until I
Oh,
make the transaction and then I can give you. Charlie, the price we
yeah.
buy it was like $20. So I'm sorry, man. We have to buy half of an apple.
Right.
Probably you're
Well,
gonna be mad at that time because you're gonna say, "Hey, I give you $10 when the price was $10. Why you spent two more hours, so the price went up. Yeah, but that's not my that's not intentional. That's the way it works,
Right.
you know.
That's a problem. Yeah, but that's the way they do it, right?
That's what is
That's the
happening right now with all the
yeah.
exchanges. So what we have to change is that you buy $10, then give me a time to buy it. We pay the transactions, and then I give you the $10 in cryptocurrency. In this case, Apple. Because that's what you
Yes,
buy.
in this case.
That's what
Okay.
you. That's the product you buy, and that's how much money we had. It's like there's an offer,
Yeah.
and there's only a limited quantity, and then you claim that when you raise your hand, you had like $10,000, and the product just went up because it was very cheap, and then there's no more product to buy, but you claim to have $10,000 in product when there's no more product. If you want to buy it, you have to pay more. You know,
Right.
so this is the idea, and this is something that has to change, because otherwise we're gonna have these kind of problems every day, and it's not recommended for everyone. So Charlie, what do you think about this change?
Yes. Well, it's maybe not what I think. Is what I feel. You know, um, when I feel something that is is not like insecure. It's like no, it's not in my hands. Is I am not the owner to move. Like it's my car. Like if you uh, go to a store and you decide to buy a car, and the guy say it's a problem, it's your car but you cannot drive. Why? Because that's the rule. It's going to be your car for maybe time that we will be with him, but you're not going to drive her. You are going to be in the back seat and we make the decisions about that car. I don't feel very comfortable. I don't feel that my money is secure because someone is moving for me. But that's the way to do it all the time. When the first money came to this earth with rocks, or maybe with later with stones, and maybe later with money, real money, and now crypto will be the same that someone is driving my car, and the only way to make money is that the guy that is driving is not making mistakes, is going the correct way. We are risking, and I feel right now that is a lot of I will say that I can make a different decisions to don't put my money in only one way or only one place. I can put it in a different places, and to be sure that that money uh, would be risking. But I know a lot of people that is making a lot of money don't put her eggs in one bottle,
Basket. In
in
one basket.
one basket. I'm sorry, in one basket. Yeah, my father said that the mouse uh, don't have one hole, never. And one mouse, if he's very intelligent and he go in the middle of the kitchen, will never have a one hole exit, you know. And he told me that long time ago, and I understand why. And I think I don't need to have my one hole to go out for there, because if someone closes it, I don't have an exit.
Yeah.
I feel that is my feeling. But if I will have, that happens to me, that I invest in someone very risk. I don't know where is my money today. Someone disappeared with my money, or maybe someone is doing something with my money, and I don't know. Who knows about my money, because it's not with my name, it's not trackable, it's not. I cannot see it, but I give to some guys this money, and they disappear with a lot of excuses. I cannot do anything. I cannot cry either. But but I know that everything changed when you can see their economy, their actions. Maybe one day they will need to fly to Bermuda
Yeah.
to look for that. That's my feeling. I'm sorry I use like a crying arm, but shoulder.
Well,
my my shoulder is your shoulder is going to be wet
no,
today.
and thank you for sharing, because this experience is very important, and I know
Oh my
about
god.
the business. I know how to handle all these operations, and I know we have to be very transparent with all the operations. So, i- if
Yes,
we're buying something and we don't have the money to pay complete the price you're paying, we're gonna tell you right away as soon as we get the product, and
correct,
so
correct.
it's better. I think it's better to have transparency and ethics instead of just saying, "Oh, he doesn't know. I'll buy it more. I'll buy it when it's cheaper," and probably that day doesn't does not arrive soon. You know.
Correct. Yes,
S-
correct.
s-
And be ethic and with an education, not with heart, with business. But if you're um, honest, everything is good. You know,
we have to respect everyone. We
can be
have to
good for
respect.
everyone.
It's their money, and they are trusting in
Yes,
us. They are trusting in AvatarBank. So that's
yes,
why we have to be honest on that. And if the money is not enough to make the purchase, we have to come back and say, at the time of the transaction, when the transaction was closed, and it's not our fault, it's because of the network, the price went up and we only bought this. Or in the other case is it went down and we bought you more just so you have more, but we have to be
right, right.
transparent on that, on those operations. Do you have more questions, Charlie?
Very transparent. Yes, yes. I have one very fast question. If um, in my case, someone took my money, he it's not a question. Maybe you can help me with this. Um, how can I be secure that the guy, or what is the method, or what is the logistic that you suggest to the people that is watching us and in the future is going to make a decision to be sure that my money or my decision is secure? What do you recommend? Because in my case, with all my experience that the people uh, use my money to do anything they want, I didn't have the procedures, the documentation, a lawyer. I make a lot of mistakes because I didn't know, and I trust a friend, and maybe because the trust really didn't have enough that I can make a official document, an official sign, a official ID. What do you tell us about that, Tom, to decide to make a good decision on investments?
Well, that's that's very difficult question, Charlie. It seems like it's very
Yeah,
simple, but it's very difficult.
right.
In case of well, my initial response will be something like this.
Yes.
When we're talking about security, you don't have to just close your eyes and forget about those costs.
Okay.
Security always costs. So you have to pay, like you said, a lawyer. You have to pay somebody, probably a notary or something. That you have that as a response of something's going on. And
Okay.
if you have, but if you have a small amount, like many of the people is just looking at us, and they're investing less than $1,000 or something like that, probably that cost is so expensive, and so that's they try to cut corners, and just don't look at that way, because probably they say like, I'm going to spend more in security than what I'm really investing. In
Yes.
those cases, I think you have to just measure the risk. How much money can you invest and you can lose? And if you can have enough $10,000 or $2,000 or $100, that's fine. Just go ahead with that. But in case you want to go high, if you in case you want to have a lot more money, in case you want to have something that is more trustworthy, it's probably better to invest in the contracts, in the in all that stuff that you have to do. And you know it. You know that you need that kind of security because of the amount of the money you're investing.
Right.
Probably you can make your own. I saw, when we were talking about this idea of AvatarBank, I went into the internet and was looking for the most trustworthy companies in the exchange cryptocurrency world. And
Okay.
but it happens,
Yes.
I found out that FTX and Binance, they were in the first 10.
Right. In that
So
time.
in that time, so probably they're still let's they're still in a mistake because it was not that safe. And when you try to make a safe move, then you have to be aware of the cost of that safe move, because it's not like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pay a 15. There's no transaction fee. There's no nothing. So I'm gonna receive my money. Probably that's greedy, because there's some transaction fee. And there's some transaction fee. There's some difference in the value when you make the transaction, and when the transaction it really happens, like in the case of the
Right.
Apple we were talking about.
Right.
So you have to just understand how this works, and especially don't do something that you don't understand. First, read, ask questions, and before you invest, make sure you understand how it works. Is That's the best protection you can get. And
Yes.
always have someone that already did that kind of business, or that kind of
Experience.
investment,
Experience.
or
Right.
that experience. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Because he's gonna give you more insight of what you're trying to do, and where to look, and how it's going on right now. I think that's
Okay.
the most important thing, is that is your money, and it costs you time, effort, knowledge, and you have to protect that. You know.
Yes, that's a good one. You need to protect that, with people that they already know, they already make an or have an experience about that, And I didn't listen in that time. A lot of people tell me that you are making a mistake, it's not secure. But today is also the same thing. The only that I feel comfortable is not because I'm going to. Not because you and me have a bank and the people is going to invest in us. No, it's because I will give the secure that my friends, my clients, the people that are going to believe in us and is going to invest in us, we have already that experience, and we will tell them that this is the risk and we will never disappear, because we will have this for you, we will have this for you, and for sure I am not going to disappear like I thought a lot of chicken guys, rack, 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 they live because they want to kill them, because they didn't make they make a lot of mistakes. You know why they make a lot of mistakes? I,
No.
I was listening to an expert in all this like you, that in Mexico, the rules of this kind of business, they don't have the status and the correct, um, I don't know how to say this in English. They are not legal. A lot of people, a lot of business in Mexico, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they are not legal.
Yeah.
They don't exist,
Yeah.
and the Mexican people know that. and you cannot put these guys in jail because they will say this is you will you listen this Hill, you will go to jail too. What, me? Yeah, because you didn't know where your money goes, and everything is came. It's better that you get quiet because maybe that money is in the wrong way and it's your money and you cannot tell them to give it back because maybe you are making a terrible mistake to use the money to different things that you didn't know. You
Yeah, it
know,
happens. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
very afraid. I say, "Oh my God!"
That's
Well,
why.
for that money, well, yes, I'm sorry.
That's why I said if you buy something like a cryptocurrency, the best way to do is just wait until we get the cryptocurrency for you. You know.
Oh yeah,
So
yes,
it's like a shipment. I think I used to work in a warehouse, and
yes.
to have something, the best way to treat a warehouse, especially if it's not your product, is to think in a bank. The, everything you have there is money, and
Mhm.
whatever you have there, it has a value, and it's not interchangeable. So that means
No,
that even if they have the same price, you cannot take one for another, because probably you think I have 10 bills of $10, which is $100, and you like it in 20s, in tens, because you can count on tens and you need the tens, and there's someone that prefers a $100 bill. So for you, I have to have
yes,
the tens, and because you give me the tens, and for the other person, he gave me the 100. So I have to keep separated the tens and the 100, even if it's the same value. At
right.
the end, it's the same value, a hundred
And the
dollars
end.
both. Yeah,
Well, thank you, Hill. Now, this is an observation that a lot of people is doing it uh, with different business. Is not the topic we are talking about today, but let me give you an example. A real example. You have a T-shirt that has a name that you are not allowed to use because it's a it's a mark, it's very famous mark, and one guy is watching you right now, and he's the owner, and the owner of this T-shirt mark is going to say, "Hey, you owe me some money. Why? Because you're using my mark." Or maybe a lot of people in the media is saying you cannot transmit your program in this way because you have marks, uh,
brands.
uh, brands. Yeah, in Spanish is marcas. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
brands.
Um, Brands. Now you have a brand that you're using it right now. That's the question in metaverse. When I go to metaverse or I can own a crypto and I'm using this around the world, I can demand them for using my metaverse, my mark, or my uh, brand. Sorry,
Yeah,
can be possible in the world that is coming in the future.
yeah. It depends. Where is your
Okay.
where is your brand? Where is your brand? If it's in the United States
Uh,
and you have the correct
okay.
classification, then you can sue them. You know. And if
Okay.
you're in Mexico and you don't have an international brand, probably you cannot do anything. You just have to cry alone in the corner.
Oh,
but
okay.
but if you have a brand, the best it's that's a real good question, Charlie. If you have a brand, it's
Yes.
better to have the international brand, so you can have
Yes.
that brand into the internet and have the United States law protection.
Oh, I'm going to do that. That's a good one. You see, I'm very glad that we didn't have questions today because you're helping me a lot. Maybe when we hang up and maybe tomorrow, one day that you have time, I need to sue someone.
I'm,
I'm not going to say
uh,
allow in right now because it's going to be protected.
now I want you to answer a question that nobody asked. Charlie. And I'm going to
Yes,
answer too.
yes, please. Okay.
Listen to the question, okay? So
Yes. You will answer or I will answer? You
you'll answer first
or
and then
me?
I'll answer, okay?
Okay.
So
Yes.
I don't know
Tell
if
me.
you have heard in the past that many people, including um, Elon Musk, said that today you don't have to study to be successful. What do you think about that?
Well, that's a good question for me because, yeah, I believe so. I believe so. But they are talking about university, master degree, MGA, blah, blah, blah. They're talking about uh, an area that is obsolete right now. To be in high school, to be in primary school, all the stuff that is from a lot of years. The education is changing now. I believe that you need to be prepared and you need to study what are you doing every day. If you want to be a plumber or you want to be a mechanic or you want to be a singer, you need to study a lot. You need to be prepared. You need to have a talent. You need to be every day be superior of yourself to be better and believe that you can be the best in the world. Or maybe not. You're not going to look for the best. You're looking for money, or maybe you're looking for pain. But yes, you need to study, but not in the traditional schools that they are making their own money, and there are huge companies. The university in the world is making a lot to be 10 years in the school, like medicine, and you go out and you don't have a job because it's not job for medicals. It's no work or job for law people or accounting people. It's not enough works for that people. Now, for answer your question, I will say yes. You need to be prepared to be a extraordinary guy with a huge company, or maybe only 5 or 3 people, but you are making to help a lot of people to be work without knowledge of the chemical class or physical or geography, uh, or maybe um, I remember in university they teach me something about Latin. Why I never use Latin. Well, yes, I use it in my mind, but I don't use it to make money. Um, that's the answer. Is if I'm going to be, I wish I'm going to be, go karts, to drive
Yeah.
go karts, the little cars.
Yeah.
I was very good. I was a very good go karts in my time. I have friends that they are already professionals right
Checo
now. They are
Perez.
very, yeah, professional go karts, but more than that.
Checo
Uh,
Perez.
the only thing, I'm sorry,
Checo
I didn't
Perez.
hear you. Like Checo Perez. Yeah, he's younger, youngest, and for sure he was in go karts with us. The only problem is that I didn't have the money, and also is because I didn't have the how you say that, Mark, ranch, the who paid the patrociner to be in a huge car. Nobody believed in me because uh, nobody cares, and they say, "Are you going to drive cars? That's not a business. That's not a work. That's not." It's like, for example, our golfer lady from here. He played golf. She plays golf, and that's it. You know. And what what do you need to learn about that? Well, a lot of things. She is a very intelligent lady. She is prepared. She's making a lot of money. But if you ask her about computers, maybe she don't know nothing about computers. Or maybe nothing about finances, or maybe nothing about chemistry. That's my answer. I think that
So
way
you
to
have to
study
study or
today
not?
is yes, but
Not.
not the traditional way, not the traditional school, not the traditional education. That's going to disappear one day. I hope so.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to defer on that.
Okay.
And that's
Yes,
why I
please.
said that's a question that nobody asked. That nobody asked, but I'm going to answer. You
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Um, what happened if you always when people ask when people say this is like Mark Zuckerberg, this Elon Musk probably, and this other guy from Apple, he was Steve Jobs, and
Yes.
they say
From United States.
they didn't finish the school except Elon Musk. You know, Elon Musk, yeah, he did, but he also says
Yes.
he also claims it's not necessary to be successful to have a formal education.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I think whatever you study, whatever you decide to study, is better than not study anything.
Correct.
Why? Because you're gonna know something more than that you didn't know before, even if you're a bad student. You know. And the thing here
Right.
is, you have to move forward. You probably we're talking about one or two guys in 100,000 million people. And probably you're not that guy. Probably you're is more likely that you are an average person, and an average person is better to go to school. So even if you are that talented, uh, you, it's better to go to school. You will learn something, and that something is going to make you a little better, probably, or a lot more better. So my recommendation is, if you
Okay.
can study, study. If you can't study, well, there's nothing else we can do but try to study something, because that's going to
Yes.
make you a better person. And nothing is going not everything is about money. Not everything is about money. You can
No.
have a lot of right now we're doing this program and we're not making any money, Charlie.
That's true. That's
So
true.
so
No,
not
everything is
everything
money.
is about money. We hope
Right.
someday we get money. We hope someday.
Yes.
Probably that day will arrive in 1 year or 2 years or maybe never. But
Yeah.
that depends on our ability to make business. And the ability we have to make business, it depends on two things. One is knowledge, and the other one is time. How much time are we spending in the business? How much knowledge are we getting to do the business? The third is the one you said you didn't have, which is money. So in case you only have time, and you're not very you're not an extraordinary person like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, let's take it for example. Steve Jobs. Steve
Yes.
Jobs was not a really he was not a really good student. He was a lazy one. He was a very lazy one. But he had a friend. His friend was very
Yes.
good at making computers, which is Steve Bosniak. He created
Bosnian. Yeah.
everything. So what he
Yes.
did is he was a good salesman. He was uh, a good visionary, and Bosniak make it happen. Everything. So he went to study. He didn't finish, but he met his best man. He met the person who made his dreams true, which is Steve Wozniak. The same thing happened with Bill Gates. Bill Gates didn't finish the school.
Right.
Why is he so rich? Well, it happens
Because he
that
had friends.
he was good selling, and he had a
Yes.
friend who made all possible, all MS DOS, which is Microsoft system,
Yes.
digital operation system, or what's the name of that? Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they
Operation
created
system.
Windows. And then they created
Correct.
Windows. But Bill Gates was not the most talented guy. He was just a selling
No.
guy. you know, he was just a selling guy. And right now he never stopped. He never stopped. Even Steve Jobs. These guys dropped school, but they continue learning. So the thing here is that even if you're not that good at school, you probably will learn. You probably will find someone that is very good, and you can complement your talents with this guy, and that's gonna make the
Okay.
huge difference. and, and if you don't have
Yeah.
the money, probably you will find someone that has the money because you don't have it. But you have to
Yeah.
have a talent and be good at your talent and have the access
Right.
to these people. And the access to these people probably is the school in many cases.
Yes, that's true. If you study law, you will see a lot of people that is having a lot of money, and their fathers and everyone is having a lot of money because they are studying law or medicine, and you will be there. Maybe you're not a good law, or maybe you're not a good doctor, but you have friends. In the future, you will make money because you have that friends. That's true, and you will play golf with them.
What
you
happened
know,
in the early beginning of the program? You were talking about Mark Zuckerberg. What happened to Mark
right?
Zuckerberg? He dropped school too, or he didn't.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't remember.
No, he dropped school.
He
I
dropped school.
remember that.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, he was
He
he
finished,
was
but he came back. Yeah.
he
Tell
was
me.
a good guy
I'm sorry.
programming. You know, he
Yes.
also received money for the people who had the money to create Facebook or the early beginnings of Facebook. So what he did is was to expand that idea. And even if he received the money, he went furthermore and expand the Facebook. But he made it with the money that somebody else gave him in the school. He didn't have the money.
No.
So if he didn't go to that school, he probably will never start Facebook.
Mm, that's true. Because Facebook was for that school, you
Yeah.
know?
And they were their classmates
Yes.
and
And
they
now
paid
it's
him.
Facebook and now it's Meta. Yeah, that's true. Meta is the beginning of this is going to school, logic, he with his friends, uh, study all these kind of things, and they make a chismógrafo in Spanish.
Yeah. Well,
Something like that, you know.
let's go with Steve Jobs. Steve
Yes,
Jobs dropped school also, you know,
that's
and
true. He didn't finish
he was also kicked out of his own company, not only once,
Apple.
twice.
Yes, twice.
Not
Yes.
only once, twice. He was not really
I don't
a very good, very smart guy.
no.
He was not really a very smart guy. He was a
No.
visionary. He was a visionary. So what happened
Yeah.
to him is that as he dropped school, probably the school, if he had finished the school, he didn't have those problems like being kicked out of his own company. He was successful. That's no doubt there. The problem is he got in trouble, and probably because he didn't finish the school. If he had finished the school, probably he didn't have those problems.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. That's the reason my father told me to finish my school and have a certificate school. I don't know in English, but a title, and made me comfortable that I really finished the school. The only thing I didn't see is that I know now why I am not Bill Gates or I am not any of this guy, because now I feel that I have one of them here in front of me, Gilberto Lopez. You are the intelligent guy.
I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm not in their league. I'm not in their league.
Yes, you are. Now I need to sell.
Yeah.
Yes, you are the expert. I need to sell a lot.
Yeah. Well, the thing here is that nobody asked that question, but it's
Right.
always there, and I am afraid that people believe that they are very special, that they have a very good talent, and everything is gonna be there for them. And so sorry, the
Yes.
life is not like that.
Right. That's true.
You have to learn, you have to work, you have to open your path, and it's better to be humble and just say like I have to work harder to go there instead of I'm in the same league and it probably will happen the same thing to me than it happened to them.
Of course. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Can you be the can you be the owner of a school called Avatar School Metaverse, that you will be the director of the school, and we will teach everyone like everything you know, and with that school we will make our employers, and of course they need to learn about everything you know, and that's the way to make money, because we are going to teach them. I never learned this in school. I know that everything you know you didn't learn in school, you learn it in your real life today, and you be a good director, a good teacher, and a good CEO of a new school called, the name of the school will be AvatarBank School, university.
Outer School University, Avatar University.
Yeah,
Uh,
right.
well, uh, thank you, Charlie, for that. But I really believe that I'm not that talented. I need to. I prefer to know my my limit and to know what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. I know that
Okay.
I can probably do something great, but I'm not alone. I can't do it by myself. I'm not just a person that believes that everything is possible just because you close your eyes. I think that uh, we have to invest in that. We have to create that, and it's gonna
Right.
it's gonna present a lot of obstacles, and we have to just look further ahead and try to solve everything at the right time. So we're step by step. I think that everyone will have an opportunity to be part of this because the idea is that we all together can build something better than what we are in a single person, And I
Right.
believe that Charlie, it's a good asset for Avatar Bank and for Modo Sobreviviente. Thank you very much, Charlie,
No, thank
for
you.
accepting
Thank
these
you.
invitations. And my belief is that we need more people like Charlie, more people that is interested in this, and they want to make a lot of money, not because they want to make money, it's because they want to have a better life, and they are willing
Right.
to do the right thing. They will probably learn. They will probably have to spend more time in learning, and they will
Right.
probably be here for free, like me and Charlie. And someday, that all that effort is gonna pay off. So um, I believe that this is something that we have to work, and it's gonna take some time, but certainly it's gonna be very very important, especially for me, and I know for you it's also. But the best thing is that we can have um, a society that is better than what we find. And this is something I grab from the Americans. They say wherever you go, you always leave things better than when you find them. You know, so whatever we do, they have to be better than when we started this thing. So I just hope we can achieve this and very soon, because people need it, especially countries like ours. We're like 20 years behind of United States. So if we want to make money, at least at the same level, we have to move 20 years from now.
That's true. We are, yes, at least 20 years. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. This is very strange and very weird. We didn't have any questions for the audience, but we have almost an hour. It's the first time we have almost an hour transmitting live. And when we have questions for the people, maybe we have only half an hour. And we are going to, it's 7 o'clock in the afternoon. And really, we was talking 60 minutes in
Yeah,
our avatar back.
today I enjoyed today because it was more
Yes.
like a coffee for friends, and I really
Yes.
liked it today.
Yeah.
I don't know if they
Me.
can just mention there how they think today, and
Yes.
I don't know, Charlie. I just like it to the today's program.
Me
Thank you
too.
very much.
Yes. No, thank you. Thank you, guys. We're leaving. It's 7 o'clock in the afternoon. Today is 15th of November of 2022, and we are glad to hear you. We are glad that you can write us and believe if you can tell us what about this program, if what you want to hear, and look for us every Tuesday at almost 6 o'clock in the afternoon on time, and we will see you connected with us. Gilberto Lopez and Carlos Bermudez are very glad to see you, and I hope so we can see you next week. Thank you, Gil. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.